I'm here. Listen, I got your message. Seriously, what have you been doing lately? Yeah, my throat. I caught a sore throat. No, Greg, it's not what you think. Seriously, it's just a sore throat. October comes around and I usually get them, you know that. How many years have we known each other? At least 10. Listen, Greg, I gotta be honest. Lately, you've been acting really weird and it has me concerned. You get into a bar fight with some low-life biker, and what were you thinking? What were you thinking? What were you thinking? Greg, you know I'm your friend, and I try my best to be there for you. I get it. We don't hang out as much as we used to. Yes, Greg. Ever since Sarah. Yeah. Well, look, I know. The police still haven't found who killed her, unfortunately. And I know she was your wife, but, I knew her before I met you. Hell, I think her sister introduced us. Yeah, you and me, her sister. It's just, Sarah was always different. A kind, warm, caring soul in this miserable world. I've met so many women who would flirt with me just for my money. Well, sure, I've been financially successful in life, but you had a loving wife. Whoa, hold on. Hold on, Greg, you hold it right there. There was never a time where I was inappropriate with your wife. So let's just put an end to that now. I'm not some low-life loser in a biker bar. You do not want to tick me off. Look, I'm sorry. I know this has been extremely difficult on you. It's been extremely difficult on me. Again, even though she was your wife, the two of you were good friends of mine. I still like to think of you and I as friends, Greg. Hey, I told you during the funeral, anything you need, you contact me. Is it my fault that you never bothered picking up the phone or sending an email? I told you I would be there for you if you needed me. You never once told me you needed a friend or a helping hand, so you can't really blame that on me, Greg. But yeah, lately you've been acting really weird. Oh, the cops have taken notice. Greg, is that why you wanted to meet with me? Look, I'm not quite sure what you want, so you might as well just say it. It's just absolutely silly that the cops are looking at you for that string of murders that have been happening over the past 2 years that Sarah was killed. Well, yes, I know the number one suspect got murdered. A few months later, the second most likely suspect got murdered. And then just last week, number 3 got murdered. Okay, so one of the police detectives told you that it looks like a professional hit. Well, look, what can I tell you, Greg? I'm not exactly great at giving out words of comfort. Those men were the number 1, 2, and 3 suspects in Sarah's death. It's not like they were suspected of working together. This was clearly a one-man job, but each of them, for different reasons, were suspected. You know, you had her psycho ex-boyfriend, you know. She got the restraining order. She threatened to put him away in jail, and he stayed away from her. Well, maybe he didn't. Then there was that car salesman who, for some bizarre reason, became obsessed with her when she needed that new car about 3 years ago. Yeah, he just wouldn't back off. She told me about that. Then all of a sudden, she didn't hear from him for a while. Maybe he was lying in wait, who knows, waiting for the perfect opportunity. And then number 3. Yeah, well, hey, you work with someone, you catch them stealing, you work at a charity that helps out children from impoverished families. I mean, I donated a lot of money to that charity, and I'll be honest with you, it was mostly because I knew it would put a smile on Sarah's face, knowing that I was donating to that charity. Look, I'm not exactly the most altruistic person. I've had a hard life. I've become a success. I didn't exactly do that by being Mr. Nice Guy, and you know it. But you and I have been good friends, and I take care of my friends. Again, it's not my fault you never picked up the phone after the funeral and called me. But okay, let's put that aside. So, young punk, working at the charity, she caught him stealing. She reported him to her supervisor. She just figured the guy would get fired. She had no clue the supervisor would call the cops and toss him into jail. How could she have known? You know how sweet and kind-hearted Sarah is. I mean, I still remember my car accident. I wasn't hurt too badly, but badly enough that everyday chores became a headache. Sarah used to go and buy my groceries for me. Yeah. Oh, for a while there, you thought she and I were having an affair. Let me tell you something, Greg. I could barely lift up my arms. I could barely lift up my legs. And I really don't care if you know this or not, but there was something else that I could barely get up, if you know what I mean. Besides, I respect the sanctity of marriage. I was never once inappropriate with Sarah. Never. I want you to get that through your thick skull. Now about these guys. If the police genuinely suspect you murdered them, they're idiots. Absolute freaking idiots. Someone like you. I don't know why you got into that bar fight. That guy handed you your ass, didn't he? Look, no reason to be embarrassed by it. It happens, Greg. But yeah, lately you've been acting weird and I don't like it. Because I still consider you a friend. I buried a good friend a while back. I really don't want to bury another one. So whatever's going on, you need to tell me right now. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? Okay. Well, apparently you did kill someone. What the hell got into you, Greg? No. Sit back down. Right now. I want to know what the hell got into you. Seriously? Oh, you were drunk. Okay. No, please continue. I want to hear the whole thing. What else happened? Okay. 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 No. You keep going, Greg. After all, we've been friends for about a decade. You know you can tell me anything. It's just you and me here. There's no one else watching. No one at all. So you go ahead. What happened next? Okay. Okay. I'm listening. Right. The large butcher knife. That was in the kitchen. Okay. So you grabbed that. Okay. No. Keep going. Yeah, you keep going. I want to hear it all. All of it. Yeah. Well, that explains why her coat was missing when the police showed up to the crime scene. Are you kidding me? You killed Sarah because you were drunk. You had a bad day. She said something that bothered you. Yeah, you know what you should have done? You should have gotten up and you should have walked away. You should have done the traditional man thing. Just got up and walked away from the argument. Walked away from her. Oh, you have no clue what got into you that night. Yeah, sounds like a bunch of cheap vodka got into you that night, Greg. That's what it sounds like. Oh. Oh. Am I angry? Am I angry? Let me put it to you this way, Greg. I was able to use my connections in the police department and my money to find out the names and addresses of suspects number 1, number 2, and number 3. And I was able to hire a very professional hitman, used to work for the mafia, until they turned against him because he knew a little too much, and they were afraid he might squeal on them. Yeah. I hired him to go out to find those 3 men and to take them out. And I didn't particularly care if it looked like an accident. In fact, I wanted it to look intentional. Yeah. Oh, he did a really good job. Yeah. Oh, I paid him extra to make it nice and grisly and painful. Yeah, I wanted all 3 of them to suffer. See, here's the thing. I didn't know which one of them killed her, but all 3 of them bothered her. I don't like it when someone bothers my friends. Because here's the thing about Sarah. She wasn't some miserable little whore, was she? No. No, she was a kind-hearted human being who cared about people. Yeah. She sure as hell didn't deserve what you did to her. Oh no, that's okay, Greg. You want to leave. You go ahead and you leave. Oh, you wanted to ask me for advice. You wanted to get that off your conscience. Here's my advice, Greg. You're gonna want to go away. Far, far away. Yeah, because I still have that hitman's number. And even if he can't finish the job, I'm gonna hire an army of men capable of finishing the job. And I'm gonna make sure they make your death the most grisly and the most brutal out of all of them. Oh yeah. I told you, Greg, I'm not a nice guy. Do I look like a freaking nice guy to you? Yeah. Oh, I want you to run. Because they're gonna find you. That's right. Mr. Baldrick is gonna find you. And if he doesn't, one of the others will. Guaranteed, Greg. Guaranteed. Oh, you have no clue what I'm like when I'm angry. For the first time in 10 years, you're gonna find out. Oh, your daughter. Don't you worry, Greg. Don't you worry. Yeah. I'm gonna take really good care of her. No, seriously, I am gonna take really good care of her. She's gonna have the best everything, the best schooling, the best care, the best everything. Her uncle is gonna take care of everything for her. Oh, don't worry. I'm never gonna tell her that her daddy murdered her mommy. She's never gonna know. And you're never gonna see her ever again. You son of a bitch!